Hello everyone and welcome to the February 2014 Q&A video. This is my very first Q&A video, so I'm going to quickly go over the terms and conditions for asking me questions. There's really not that many, so there's still a huge variety of questions you guys can ask me. Like, you can ask pretty much any question with the exception of the following three I'm going to name, which is, what is your next Let's Play, or when will you do insert game title here, you know, stuff like that. And there's also, like, if the questions get, like, too personal, like, you guys can ask me, like, somewhat personal questions, but there is a ceiling for these questions, and if you get too high, we'll let you know when you ask that question. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So, the first question comes from Monkey001, and he asks, do you have a PSN account? For those who are wondering, PSN stands for PlayStation Network. And it's basically a user account that you create when you get a PS4 or PS3. I think the PS3s have them. I don't know. Like, I'm not really too educated on that sort of thing, but I just know that, like, the big three video game companies have that when you get, like, an 8th generation console. I know, like, a couple of them at least have those for their 7th generation, but Nintendo didn't. So now they have it on the Wii U. But yes, so that's the question, and my answer to that is no. I do not have a PSN account. In fact, I don't have a PS4, PS3, or PS2. I just got a PlayStation 1 like a few months ago. Literally, just a few months ago at Goodwill, and it was only $5. Or maybe 10. It was either $5 or $10. Like, I'm not even kidding. And the thing works. Like, seriously, I got a working PlayStation 1 for $10. Like, can you believe that? That was just... that was a dream come true. Like, that was too good to be true. And yet it was true. So I still got a really good deal off that. But yes, no, I don't have a PSN account. So eventually I will get PS4 or PS3, and if I do, then obviously I will have it then. I'll let you guys know when I always let you guys know whenever I get a console. So, you know, you'll know when that happens. So yeah, I took way too long answering that. And the next three questions, well, actually it's kind of like yeah, they are three questions, actually. And they all come from GiggioGamer. Yeah, that's his name, GiggioGamer, here on YouTube. So if you ask multiple questions, I will answer them all at once. Like, you know, because, like, if one person asks them, I'll just answer them all at once. So he asked, what, who, or why got you into LPing? This is kind of a long story. It started with Ichuka. Ichuka is Ultra64 Fan 1's old account, and we actually often like to joke with him about that sometimes, and he hates it. Like, he actually likes to acknowledge that Ichuka doesn't exist, but it does, and it's still out there, and it has like 4 videos on it right now, so you can still check it out if you want to. In fact, I'll give a link to it in the description below. He might not like it, but I'll do it anyways. And on that channel, he doesn't have it anymore. I don't know why he deleted it. He did a Let's Play of Super Mario Galaxy back in August of 2009. And until I saw that, I had never heard of Let's Plays. I had no clue what Let's Plays were. Like, seriously, I had no clue at all. But, you know, I saw that, and it was actually pretty interesting. Like, it was a totally new concept to me that I'd never seen before. Like, just the idea of someone recording themselves playing a game and talking over it, I had never, ever heard. Like, that was totally unheard of to me, you know, until then. But even then, once I started my... Like, he was the one who inspired me to start my YouTube account in November of that same year. But I didn't start doing Let's Plays until June 2010. I mean, no, actually, no, it wasn't June, it was July. And part of the reason why I started Let's Playing is because I started watching Chugga Conroy. And his Let's Plays were amazing. They were outstanding. Like, he's more on the professional side, which is not really where I am. I'm sort of there, but not quite. Like, I'm kind of in between him and NCS in terms of, like, style for LPing. But NCS, I didn't start watching Nintendo Capri Sun until December of 2010. So he wasn't the one who got me into LPing, but Chugga definitely was. Chugga and Ichuka together were. But Ichuka, you know, is not as popular as Chugga, but still, he was the one who made me realize what LPing is. Okay. And as for the Y parts, I don't really know. I just thought it'd be like really fun to do. Like I just watched other people doing it and thought, hey, that looks like fun. Like I should try it out. I didn't expect to get popular doing it, and I didn't exactly get popular. I kind of did, but not exactly. And I still, to this day, don't know why I have as many subscribers as I do. Even then, you know, I guess like I'm kind of happy with 3,000. I wouldn't expect to have any more than 3,000 to be honest. But still, I'm really happy to have with the amount that I have. You know, I don't expect to have any more. Anyways, let's get back to this. And okay, so the next question he asks is, oh, and do you have like the schedule for the LPs this year, like the Zelda Game, Plankton's Robotic Revenge, etc.? Okay, so my answer to that is yes. I do actually keep a schedule for the Let's Plays I do each year. Like, you would not believe how far ahead I am on knowing what games I'm gonna do each year. Like I'm at least like 2 years ahead on this. Like, so I know what games I'm gonna be doing in 2015, and some of the ones I'm gonna be doing in 2016. So that might surprise you guys, but yes, that's pretty much true. In fact, actually, if I keep it up, I could be like 20 years ahead. Like I don't know. Like it's kind of crazy though, because I don't know what games I'm gonna feel like playing at the time. But yeah. So basically, yes. My answer to that is yes. But he goes on to say Zelda Game, which I did say I am doing a Zelda Let's Play this year. So for those of you who don't know, I am doing my very first Zelda Let's Play this year, which is kind of crazy because, you know, up until now I never really cared for Zelda games, to be honest. So you might hate me for that, but that's just the honest truth. I just could never get into them until this year. But there's one particular Zelda game that I do enjoy playing, and that's the one I'll be LPing. So some of you out there already know what it is, but don't say it in the comments because I want people to be surprised when it does come. And I'm telling you, it will come. I'm not going to say when this year, but it will. It's coming. Don't worry. Like there's no possible way I'm not going to do it. And as for Plankton's Robotic Revenge, I might be LPing that this year. I don't know. Like Plankton's Robotic Revenge is not exactly the game that, I don't know, like, I have seen some requests for it, but there were more requests for another certain game, like the Spongebob movie or whatever it's called. I don't know. But let's move on with this. Oh, also, will you LP PvZ 2, Plants vs. Zombies 2? It's About Time is the official name for it, and that's GiggioGamer's third question. So we're still doing his question. Okay, so here's the thing about Plants vs. Zombies 2. It's on iOS. That's the only place you can find it, iOS. Well, it's also on Android. But yeah, those are currently the only two places where you can play. You cannot play on PC yet or on any consoles. So that's my big obstacle to playing PvZ 2. But even if I wasn't able to do it, it's not going to be this year. And probably won't be next year either. So don't expect it anytime soon, but I will eventually do it once I have the technology to record phone games, or, and this is the more likely case, if they port it onto the PC or the consoles. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but that'd be my preferable way to do it. But anyways, it's coming. It's just not going to be anytime soon. It's not going to be in the next 2 years, so don't get too excited. But yes, I will do it eventually. Someone named Jordan, I'm not going to say, there's some people who actually ask me questions and comment on my videos who have full names, and like your first and last name. If you do that, I'm not going to say your last name because I don't like to say people's last names on the internet. I'm just not, comfortable with that. Even if you want me to, I'm just not going to. I'm just going to say, I'll just link to the person's channel, But, I mean, I might put their full name in the description. Like, just whatever you have as your username, I'll have that in the description. But I'm not going to say your last name in the video, okay? So, just clearing that out. So, someone named Jordan asks, do you own SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants? And that's his first question he has, too. Yes, but it's not the one that everyone loves. I mean, like, it's not the exact port that everyone loves. I have the PC version. Now, those of you who have a lot of experience with PC SpongeBob games, you know that most of them, in fact, pretty much just about all of them, except for Operation Krabby Patty, it's not exactly like that. Mostly all of them are point-and-click games. They're completely different than the console versions. They don't have the same exact adventure feel. I'm not saying they're bad. They are fun for what they're worth. So, but yes, I have SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants on PC. I don't have the console version that everyone loves. Like they say, it's the best SpongeBob party game there is, because that's what it is. It's a party game. So, in due time, I will get the GameCube version if I can, or whatever versions. Like I don't know if it's on GameCube or not. I don't know what platforms it's on specifically besides PC. But whichever ones it is on, I'm gonna get eventually and LP that. But I might also consider LPing the PC version since I grew up with that. So I don't know. You know, it's kind of iffy. But yes, I will, whether it be PC and or console versions. Okay. So his second question is, what are your opinions on the Barnyard show? For those of you who don't know, the original Barnyard movie came out in 2006, and that was the same year that in fact, actually, the video game came out at the same time, which I did Let's Play of a few years ago, in summer 2011, and they made a show, a Nickelodeon show, to put on Nickelodeon, called Back at the Barnyard, I believe it's called, and I honestly, I kind of like it. Like, I know most people disagree with that. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I've heard a lot of people hate it. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad. You know, I don't think it's as bad as some people say it is. Like, it's entertaining. You know, it's yes, some of the characters are different, but for me, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the same charm as the movie does, but I think it's okay. I like it when I watch it. You know, I find it kind of entertaining. Maybe because I'm still in that mode where I like everything I watch. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just too young. But then again, I'm like 18 years old, so it's kind of iffy. But yes, that's just my opinions on it. The next question comes from benjie. Again, I'm not gonna say last name on the video, and he asks, MultiClassicGamer, how old are you? 18 years old. It's funny because I actually just answered that in the previous question. Okay. Yes, I am 18 years old as of the recording of this video, and I will be 18 until... I'm going to turn 19 in September this year. So that should give you like a good idea around where my birthday is September 9th, okay? That's what it is. So I'll be turning 19 this year, but for now, I am 18. So yay. Okay, kind of a funny story about that. My 18th birthday, at least the first half of it sucked, because I was so pissed off. Like I got so frustrated at one thing, and that pretty much set the tone for the day. Because first of all, my birthday was on a Monday. I had to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to go to morning practice because, for those of you who don't know, during cross country and track season, I have Monday morning practices at 6:30 in the morning, which means I have to get up half an hour earlier than I normally would for a regular school day. So that sucked alone. That got me pissed off. And two, I was trying to put on a necklace that my mom gave me for my 18th birthday. It's like one of those. It's like a gold necklace that has like a cross on it, like a Christian cross on it, and that's something that my mom does. You know, whenever one of her sons turns 18, she gives him a Christian necklace with a Christian cross on it, and you know, so she gave it to me, and I was so frustrated that morning just because I could not get the thing on. Like those things, like because they're so tiny, the way you attach them together, I mean, connect the necklace. Those things are so frustrating to get on. Like, I don't know what it is. I guess it's just me. Like, it's really hard to get them on, but it's easy to get them off. And once it's off, it's like, ugh, how do you get this thing on? You know, without getting help from somebody. I don't know. Okay, next question comes from Anwawesome. No, Anwawesome. I don't know. I'm sorry if I say your username is wrong, but this is how I say Anwawesome. And he/she asks, again, also sorry if I don't recognize the genders based off the names of the username. And they ask, do you plan on having any guests on your videos for a multiplayer game like Mario Party, Mario Kart, etc.? Funny story about that. I have a collaboration channel between me and 3 other friends. It's called United We Play. I will put a link to it in the description below. In fact, actually, never mind. It's already on the links of every video now, as of PvZ episode 30 something, whatever it was, where I started using the default description. There's a link to United We Play. That's my collaboration channel between me and 3 friends. We play on that video. We play, no pun intended. multiplayer games together, and we're also planning to start doing co-op games eventually, like co-op LPs of games that are co-op adventure mode. We're going to start doing that fairly soon. We don't know quite when because they are kind of difficult to record. Because sometimes like things go wrong, but now it's mostly with audio issues. Like that's what's prevented us from doing it recently. But now we have a decent microphone now, so it might work out better if we try to start them this year. I don't know. But yes, if you go there, you will find like about 30 or so videos of us playing multiplayer game for half hour, and we call those multiplayer madnesses. And we have a few Mario Kart games on there. Like we have mostly console games. That's pretty much what we have now. But we have all the big name console Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros, so on games on there. So if you want to check that out, you know, if you want to see me like playing multiplayer stuff with other friends, you can go there. Go to Unite We Play. You know, subscribe if you want to, because right now we're only at 69, literally 69. Funny. Anyways, moving on to the next question. Have you played any other Zelda games other than Wind Waker? Comes from TriforceTK. Oh boy. Yes, I have. I have played Ocarina of Time. I think I played a little bit of Majora's Mask. I'm not sure. Let's see what else. I know there's other ones. A friend of mine tried to get me to play Skyward Sword. He actually like gave the game to me and like literally like he insisted on me playing it. You know, at least like starting a file and trying it out. I couldn't. I played it. I tried to get interested into it, but I'm just like meh. I don't know. I don't know what it is with Zelda games, but I just can't seem to find what's so exciting about them. Like I can somewhat see it, but at the same time it's like this is not my thing. I just don't know what it is. I'm trying to get into them, but it's just it's kind of difficult. But yes, I guess Wind Waker is one of the games I played. One of the few games I played the most. Just one of them. But yeah, Ocarina of Time is probably the second game I remember playing the most. Let's see, what else is there? I never played Twilight Princess. I've heard things about it. Well, I've heard both bad and good things about it, but most people seem to love it. Let's see, what else is there? Oh! The original Zelda game, yes, on NES. I have that, and I play it sometimes. I've never been able to beat it, though. Never been able to beat it. Let's see, anything else? I haven't played anything on the Super Nintendo. So I haven't played, Link to the Past, but... I was actually thinking about having that be my very first Zelda LP, because, like, my friends told me that it's probably the best... Like, one of my friends, I think it was Yoshi fan, he told me that Link to the Past is probably the best Zelda game to start off with if you haven't played any. So, I might... I was considering that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all the Zelda games I played other than Wind Waker. Oh yeah, it's also Force or Adventure, yeah. Alright, anyways, so he asked a second question. This, again, is TriforceTK, and he asked, have you ever thought about becoming a game developer? Funny story about that. I have. I have indeed thought about that. But thinking about becoming a video game developer, you have to have a good understanding of math. And math, oh boy, let me tell you, me and math do not have a good relationship. We do not. Because like he comes to me all the time with these problems and asks me to solve them, and I say, get a therapist, not me. I'm a high school student, not a therapist. So don't come to me with your problems, math. Okay, but in all seriousness, math, I don't know. I'm trying to learn it as hard as I can. If I do, then I probably will consider going to game developing. But right now, I think making and creating making and producing, like editing videos is probably more of my style. So that's why I'm more so leaning towards going to college for to be a film major. But if I suddenly get like a huge burst of like expertise at math, then I might be a video game developer. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something that's kind of been in the back of my head for a few years. But yeah, that's basically that's that question answered. And okay, so the very last question, this is the very last one, comes from GamerGuy4000. He asked, what was the first game you remember playing? See, this is kind of a toughy question to answer because when I was 3 years old, this is when I started playing video games. I've tried asking my mom, and maybe I should try asking my brother. Maybe he knows, but I can't really say first game. I have to say first games, because I don't have a clue what. I just can't really remember what the very first game I ever played was. I can't. I know it was like either 2 or 3 when I started playing video games. But here's what my brother had when I started playing video games. He had a Nintendo 64 and a Super Nintendo. So whatever my first game was, it was on one of those 2 consoles. And the games he had were, let me pull up this list here. On the Nintendo 64, he had Banjo-Kazooie. That was one of the Banjo-Kazooie. He had Diddy Kong Racing. He had Donkey Kong 64, Mario Kart 64, Super Mario 64, and I think he had No, he didn't have Super Smash Bros. So those are the games he had on 64 at the time. And on the Super Nintendo, he had the 3 Donkey Kong Country games, Stunt Race FX, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, and Uniracers. As far as I can remember. And so, it was one of those games, I guess. So, it could have been, yeah. So, it's one of those games, you know, that I just listed. Other than that, I have no idea. So, that's it for the February 2014 Q&A. I thank you guys for watching. And if you really enjoyed this video, then go ahead and ask away more questions that I did not answer in this video, obviously. And the ones I said not to ask in the terms and conditions. And I will see you guys next time. I guess on March 31st. I guess that'll be when the next Q&A video is. Yeah. So, March 31st when the next Q&A video is. Until then, ask away in the comments of any videos, and I will get them queued for the next video, okay? See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.